Hello.
Hello, Alex.
Hi, Aditya. Hello. I'm looking at the meeting notes from the last meeting.
Yeah,
And
I
I
wanted to give you an
see.
update.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if it's 5 minutes past beginning of the meeting. I guess we can move forward. And I don't know if you want to wait for you died to show up or anyone else.
No, I think he will not be joining, so we can go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I raised a pull request that you said it would be good to raise, so that is there.
Mhm.
It's not been merged, I think, but it is raised.
Thank you. I saw the pull request, and we've had some. I failed at the thing that I promised to do last time. So we said we're going to discuss a podcast for the open source committee YouTube channel, and we did not. And I'm not sure as to why, except for me being poorly organized. But I guess there's some more kind of issues at hand. Just not comfortable talking about them with the recording and all the things. So I failed at recording and I mean, to making steps as to building, success stories as how promoting the projects via the developer experience working group can be helpful to product owners and project owners and the teams. So yeah, unfortunately, no good news on my side yet.
Yeah, I also heard that the second cohort of developer advocate has, it's starting again or some kind of registration happening again.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, we talked and Terence told us that we're not expected to apply again, and I didn't. I suppose if there's no one who is more like well fit for, if there's not enough people fitting the role, they will reach out to us and offer us to stay a little bit longer or to compensate us for a little bit longer. And but from point of view, I think from the point of view of the creators of the program is a sort of a one-time achievement. You like is a like a course with a stipend, so you go through or something between. Because here I see in Cardano a lot of things that happen is bridging, between learning and working. Because sometimes you have, and that's a thing in job market at the moment. Companies want people to be able to just come in and solve all the problems, but always people need onboarding and getting wrapping their mind around the thing that they're going to be doing. And so I guess open source world kind of gets in between and finds people things to do that are not their job, but the kind of their work or investment, into intellectual capital, social capital, and other forms of capital. So yeah, building projects that people use after, and if projects become popular, it's a good thing and a really great avenue for funding. And for me, the most interesting thing to learn here is like the business models. How can I make a sustainable enterprise on Cardano? And the regular way of going about things would be, yeah, let's build an application and it has users and we charge commissions for whatever, our revenue model is. But the challenge on Cardano is that there's really no product market fit for the technology that is kind of has been discovered, and people keep looking. And currently, I remember you told me about looking into Midnight, and I wanted to look into Midnight myself, but I think maybe it's a good idea to diversify. And also, it fell to me, the layer 2 working group and Hydra and things like this. And in the last, like at the Builder Fest in April, we had the workshop on layer 2, and trying to think about what this could be use cases for the thing. One idea we had was that we could have transportation, kind of use it in transportation for ticketing, and things like this. And I thought that maybe if we can tokenize tickets in this way, so like bus tickets, why not tokenize time, and maybe it could be used for hotels and other kind of enterprise like you're working with. And so I'm meeting with the layer 2 working group hopefully today, if nothing breaks. And I want to ask them to kind of be available for mentorship, and building hopefully catalyst proposals for showcasing the technology in the industries that I'm talking about, in particular transportation and like hotels and hospitality, because of your work and because some things that happen in Vietnam. So yeah, that's partially tangentially maybe related to the developer experience working group. So I should kind of shut up and let you go ahead with the presentation.
Yes. I mean, I'll just start the presentations.
I mean, if you're willing, because I don't know if that was your plan.
I haven't as such prepared for the presentation. Just give me
Okay,
one second.
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for the pull request to be accepted, and then I thought I had to wait for that.
So I guess that's what I learned about democracy. It's very difficult to get things done. Everything happens very slowly, and so I suppose the best news. So I'm not really making very strong movements about this and merging my pull request, because it seems that any sort of support that can come, tangible support, will come after the budget is passed, and that would be at least in September. And so we are stuck in this limbo, whereas even planning things to be done requires some investment, and people are kind of reluctant to invest more time because there's no certainty around how these efforts would go in the future, and in particular with the whole thing with the crypto regulation in the States, and people were counting on crypto regulation in the States. But just last week, I think there was news that it all is breaking down again, and nobody knows what the outcomes are. And I think that's our kind of source of uncertainty and stress for us. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it.
Well, I can still go for a demonstration.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Just 1 second. Yes. So this is our extension. We have made 2 extensions. One is for debugging purely, which will allow Haskell and Plutus scripts to be debugged, and you can run it in the debugging section.
Mm-hmm.
And the second extension that we have is Cardano VSC, which is the main extension for syntax highlighting, code completion, and deploying the smart contract, as well as it has few wallet features as well. So you can do wallet management from here as well. And select the network and add new secret fee and these things. and it will be stored in your local system, so it won't get stored anywhere else with us.
Mhm.
So
So you can, so the extension itself in part works as a wallet.
yes, but it does not have send and those features enabled yet. It's just there to allow you to see how to restore wallets, how to check your balance, and those things.
Mm.
So it's just mainly for that. Let's say you have a key and it doesn't have balance, so it becomes a hassle to write some lines of code and then check it. Instead of this, you can just use it over here through this UI.
Mm.
So send and receive was a bit more complicated, so we did not add it currently, but we can add it. It's not impossible to add, but it's the main purpose is not to have a wallet within your system as such, because then security and those things come. We have to think about that a lot. It's mainly just a simple way for, let's say, pre-production. You want to keep some test data. You want to check your wallet balance and whether it's changing or not. You can just keep your wallet in one place.
Mm.
It's good. Yeah, it's good for onboarding developers who are developing for the first time and might not be too familiar with the concept of what wallets are.
Mm. Maybe it would make sense because at the moment I'm working on a Bluetooth project-based learning course. I took it 3 years ago when I just joined Cardano, and it's been amazing material. And one of the nice things about it is that people who took it, they keep maintaining it. So, including myself. And so the course at present, the course is using Demeter for its development environment, and Demeter uses VS Code. So maybe could look into the course. I'm gonna share it with you, and I don't know if how. Yeah, just a moment. So, for example, I will share this link. Maybe you can look at it at your, when you feel you have some time. And well, the point would be actually, yeah. Why I'm talking about the course? The point is about Demeter. So Demeter uses VS Code that you run in a browser, and so maybe if this extension could become part of the Demeter environment somehow, and it would, because we use this Demeter environment to onboard new developers, and in particular, I think what you aim is to improve the developer experience for those who don't know the language so well, and so for them be quite impactful. And if they see this plugin, or even they don't know that it exists, but they join Demeter, like they try Demeter, and there they see the syntax highlighting and other features. And then if, let's say, they want to proceed with their involvement and they set up the environment locally, suddenly they don't have the features and they have to find out about your plugin and install it. Yes. It would be helpful to increase its impact, and make it more known to developers who are arriving.
Yes, I agree with you on that. But the issue, not an issue, but we have to reach out with the Demeter team and try to get them to get this. Yeah.
What, you want me to do that, or you would like? I can do that if you'd like.
Yes, that would be useful, I think. Yeah, it would be good to have.
Okay, I'll take this as an action item for myself. Reach out to Demeter team and talk about how we can include this Cardano VSC.
Yeah, and debugger as well. Like, I think both would be helpful for developers. I mean, debugger, I see less people using debuggers, but it's still useful, so people can.
I guess maybe it would be also useful to kind of. Yeah, okay, let me just reach out to TXPipe. I'm not very kind of connected to them. They are from, we haven't worked together a lot. So I will reach out to them and ask them about this and get back to you by the next meeting then.
Yep. And also, apart from that, it also is integrated with BlockFrost API. So you can use, let's say, querying commands, off-chain code, and those kind of things without running a Cardano node. So we kind of went around Cardano Node so that it can run in both Windows as well as Linux. So in any operating system that has curl commands, it can run the blockchain queries and deployment of smart contracts. So that is another thing, because a lot of people were having issues making it run on Windows as such. So for that, we kind of made this kind of thing. We still don't have complete support for node connection as such, because we are using Blockfrost mainly. So that is one thing that we still have to look into. But yes, but I mean, Node is directly connected with Blockfrost. It's not directly running in a local system or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to go about it for this use case, because Node is quite heavy. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Actually, maybe a blocker, because if you're using Demeter, they do use local node there.
Yeah, it can be done. It can be done with the local node as well. We just need to make few changes if they're okay to use this extension over there. Just a few changes would make it run with the node as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we have some progress with this subject, because I think it would be really good if people saw what it gives them when they try it in the environment.
Yeah, and it can be found in the marketplace of Visual Studio. So yeah, so anyone, let's say whether Demeter or you're running it locally, anyone can use it. So there's no restriction as such. You don't have to be connected to the internet. Only while making blockchain calls you should be connected to the internet, because Blockfrost is it's a API that goes through the internet, so that is required. But if you're working on code and such thing, you don't have to log into a shell that's in the network. You can work locally on files. That is
Mhm.
yes. Yeah, that's most of it. I don't have any code ready as such to show the syntax highlighting and those things, but yeah, I was showing the default. It is the PPBL template that they provided, so I had that there. I was just sticking it there.
So this is syntax highlighting from the plugin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as well as there is code completion as well for it, which will also work. Just need to see how. Yeah, this one, for example, you want to import languages, you can directly import, and other code completion is also there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a full demo ready. Like as I said, I was expecting to wait until the pull request. So sorry.
No worries. We have to do with what we have, because waiting for things is. Yeah. So nice job. Thank you. I mean, syntax highlighting was the issue for me for a long time, but I use Vim, and so it's a bit of a different way of solving that. But yeah, when it makes a lot of difference, and yeah, reduces overheads. So yeah, I guess also there's maybe you can promote the project. So there's now talks about developers.cardano.org, and I don't know. So there's the section builder tools, and there, if you just share my screen. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So developers.cardano.org.tool /tools. Here's builder tools. And so this is a catalog of things that we have on Cardano. So you can see Blockfrost is here. icon, and if you click here, you can get started, and you see to documentation. And so to add, I guess, how did I do this? Yeah, the pull so you add a page via pull request. So you can add your tool to this platform, so it's available. So you see, like, Dimitar Ran is also here. And so adding it here will expose it to people who use Cardano, developers Cardano.org to find tooling for the use case. And myself, and I hope others in the future, will be promoting developers Cardano.org and docs.cardano.org, because these are two of the primary websites that have been curated for a long time and also have the information. So I used it for the purpose that's been created for, and now I think it's a great tool and I advocate for its use. So yeah, adding it here will support both your project and the developers Cardano.org, making it more useful to just developers on Cardano.
Yes, thank you. I'll look into it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it'd be a great idea. Anything else?
No, not from my side, I guess.
Okay.
We can drop out if there's nothing else, or
Oh, I mean, it depends. I'm looking for some things that I could, being where I am, and try to help you guys to, engage more with the ecosystem and get what you want from this engagement. And I'm like going in my head through the events of the last week or 2 weeks and thinking about. So there's now, I'm looking into like building, as I said in the beginning. Yeah, well, anyway, I don't think this. I will try to kind of figure it out on my own and get back to you with because you looked at Hydra for sure, and just curious about what, if you did, what the opinion on the technology is, and if I should, for example, work more actively to bring Hydra maintainers to work with you guys closely to build the projects that I envision, for example, like demos and showcases. So simple website that would, for example, use Hydra for, I don't know, Time Cafe, or I don't know, something like that. What do you think about it?
yeah, I think Hydra is definitely useful in a lot of cases. We have looked a bit into it. As such, I don't think we are working on any Hydra specific thing. Few demo projects were done, but nothing too much. My understanding is that it can be very useful if you want to have faster transactions, as well as maybe some kind of transaction abstraction also you want. That is also possible. And yeah, it seems useful in that sense. And I see a lot of open source things are happening around Hydra, like some YouTube videos were there regarding experience, like OSO community, something was happening.
Yeah, I see that as well. And my concern is that it's like Cardano is famous, and the problem that we were working to describe earlier with the developer experience working group is that Cardano has this sort of engineering mindset. They very much like this elegant technology, like beautifully built solutions, but there's not much thought that goes into putting the, yourself in the user's perspective and how they're going to be using the technology. And so I'm kind of this Hydra, for example. The question that I'm asking is, okay, we have, let's say we can offer some company a contract where we can use this technology to solve something in their, value chain. And so what you're saying and what I agree with is it would help if you need to make a lot of transactions in a short period of time and make them cheaper and more quick. And so what is the scale where it starts to make a difference? How many users have to be use the software for it to start, to make sense to invest into adding this technology to the stack?
I think since Hydra is already made, and also that every single user, like in blockchain at least, transaction takes some amount of time, and nowadays we want everything as quick as possible. We just want it to go faster. I think for every user it would be useful in that sense.
Well, yes, but just you're forgetting that any improvement as a cost of opportunity and doing something else instead. And so if just for the extreme, we have 3 users on Cardano and we increase their capability to make transaction 1 million times, or we refuse this and instead we look for, or imagine there is put a number of users where they actually start to feel that the transaction time is being a factor. Because at the moment, I'm making transactions with my wallet when I want to make them. It's pretty quick. I don't experience any, delays or whatever in the process. It's pretty quick. And so, what is the case where, I would be where it would make sense to have this improvement implemented? Because we don't have a lot of users. That's the problem. To facilitate these improvements in capacity, or to require these improvements.
Yeah, it depends on the overall network load of, I guess, Cardano, like how much people are using it at that time.
Yeah,
that's always a thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna meet the group then today and ask them what about. Let's imagine we have. We issue tickets for bus using Hydra, and imagine our user can pay for the bus using mobile phone using Hydra and stuff like this. And so how many, what is it? Is it a village? Is it a city, or is it a country where you have this many transactions every unit of time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess if there's nothing else, what else can we do?
Hello.
Yep.
Actually, I am the Gaurav. My desktop is not working, so I use the Kunal's ID. And I have the one questions. I making the IntelliJ ID related the Cardano tools, but I am not getting the any documentation regarding. So how can help? How can ask the question for this topic?
I missed some of the keywords to understand what the topic is.
Actually,
He has some issue with the IntelliJ, the PyCharm ID that is there. He's making some tooling regarding Cardano, I think. So he wants to know where he can ask questions regarding, let's say, if he's stuck in development.
Well, questions so they can be answered.
Yeah.
Well, the best I can offer is to do just some quick research right now to understand the problem, and we have some time. And so I see PyCharm is an IDE, and so you're developing similar plugin.
Yeah,
for
plugin, I think. Plugin for PyCharm. Like PyCharm is mainly for Python and those related things, but it also supports other languages as an IDE plugin, like Ruby and the languages.
Well, I guess one place really, well, if you really want to get so one place to ask, I'm not sure if it's the best place, but there's a thread or a category that is developer talk on forum.cardano.org, and a lot of, quite a few actually, of old-time Cardano people hang out at the forum. And so questions that require deep knowledge of Cardano stuff probably is a good place to ask. Stack Exchange, Cardano Stack Exchange could be a good place. I'm not sure just anyone hangs out there anymore. And so it's a good place to ask a question for sure, and then you can share it in other media with the hopes of finding the answer. And if neither that no, or so can just open issue in our developer experience working group repository and describe the problem, because at the moment I don't understand then what the issue is and what are the questions at all. So if you can open an issue and just in the issue describe what the challenges you are facing are, or you can just write a Google Doc and share a link via email, and then the kind of my theory of success is that you can lend the document with your questions to the person who can either point you to the documentation which can answer the questions or tell you definitely that there is no good answer. And so formalizing the questions would be a good first step. And issues are made for that, but because the issue doesn't seem to be, well, actually it is related to developer experience and the projects like plugins, and so feel free to ask in developer experience working group, and then I will do my best to kind of circulate it. Also, maybe IOG technical Discord. There's quite a few people who know stuff about Cardano. So just will send you invite here. Yeah. So there's a IOG technical community, and probably somewhere, if you can find a thread there which kind of corresponds to the subject, then maybe you can have a good chance of getting an answer there as well.
Okay.
Well, if there's no more subjects or questions, I guess we can drop off with a clear conscience.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for coming, and see you soon.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.